Let's make some homemade smoked salsa in Blackstone's new pellet grill. We'll start by preheating the pellet grill to about 225, 230. Then I'm going to get my ingredients put together. I'm going to start with some Roma tomatoes. I'm going to cut up about 6 Roma tomatoes. I'm just going to cut the ends off and then cut these in half. I'm going to set these on a wire rack to be put into the smoker. Then I'm going to take 1 jalapeno. You can of course do more if you want more heat, leaving the seeds in. I'm going to crush up about 3 cloves of garlic. Again, you can adjust and do more as you like. I'm just going to crush these and get them peeled. And I'm going to set them on a foil lined rack just so that I can get them in the smoker. I'm going to cut up a yellow onion. I'm just going to take the outer layer off of this onion and then quarter it and then put this on the rack so that it can go in the smoker as well. Next, I'm going to take all these ingredients and go ahead and set it in my preheated smoker. And I'm going to let those go for about 2 hours, just so that they get nice and smoky and they start to roast a little bit in that smoker. After about 2 hours, I'm going to pull them out. And I'm going to start throwing these into a food processor. I've got a nice big food processor here, so I can get just about everything in there at one time. You can of course do this in batches if you don't have as big of one. Then I'm going to take a whole bunch of cilantro and I'm going to put as much of that as I can fit in here. You can of course do more or less cilantro depending on how you like your flavor. I think it adds a nice level of freshness, so I try to use quite a bit. Then I'm going to take 1 lime and I'm going to roll it around to get the juices flowing. Cut that in half and squeeze the juice of that entire lime in the food processor. Do a hefty amount of salt. And then I'm just going to pulse this food processor a few times until it's about the consistency that I want. When it looks about right, I would make sure you taste test it to see if it's the flavor that you want. This is the time where you can add a little bit more salt or whatever seasonings you may want. But if it's good, then it's time to serve. I'm going to pour this into a serving bowl here and just serve it with my favorite tortilla chips. This is a great recipe. It's so easy to make, and everyone will be so impressed that you made your own salsa. I highly recommend you give it a try. Let me know if you do in the comments. Till next time, thanks for watching.